Oh, this is becoming a problem. This is a 1977 Ford Mercury Grand Marquis. It's seen better days. What my plan is to see if I can get this thing to get unstuck, take the motor and trans out of it, and all the wiring, doodads, everything I might need, and put it into a race car. So I think what we're gonna try to do is, can we get it to turn over? That's what's important. Usually I take and give you guys a walk around. Come on. Wow, geez, that's heavy. I mean, there's a motor in it. That looks complete. What's it got? Does it got oil? Oh, she's over full. That's fine. You know, that's what you want. Get in there. Come on. What? How do you? There. Check out the transmission. Oh, ow! There goes my finger. All right. Yep. Oh. It's red. That's fine. There's fluid on it. Why can I get any stick back in there? So what we got is a Ford 400. That's what he said. Yeah, owner, super cool guy. Let me work on it, film here. But he did say the motor was stuck. I think if you look on the tag on the valve cover, kind of tell us what's what. It'd be really cool to find a build sheet for this thing. That way, you know what you got. I can't read any of this. It's all covered in dirt. Let's take the fan off. Oh, there's the fuel line. I don't make cars this easy to work on anymore. That's gonna break. That's fine. I think step one is can we get a wrench on the pulley there and see if we can get it to turn over. Now, I believe he said he tried doing it before, but he just couldn't. He didn't have the strength to actually be able to turn it over by hand. But it's kind of hard to get to. So I think what we might do is pull the fan shroud and the fan off first. That way we can actually get a ratchet in a socket on the pulley. It's got oil in it. It's got training fluid in it. Let's get all that off, and then we'll start pulling plugs and start dumping ATF down the cylinder walls. That'll probably help. There's, I think when you said the relay right there, that'll be the first thing that goes. Going under. Now, if this ain't the rustiest car I've ever seen, then I don't know what is. Is there any bolts here? I think there's clips. Let's get that fan off. Usually I just cut the damn thing out. Oh God, I'm slipping. Oh. Alright, I think I'm just gonna take the fan off first. That seems right. Righty tighty? Yep. Lefty loosey. Oh God. Grass is slick. It rained a lot last night. Break it loose. Break it. I don't care if you gotta break it off now. It's going. I should have just soaked everything down with Zip. There's dirt and webs everywhere. I wonder if any mice got in the carburetor there. 9 times out of 10, they do. I'm trying not to slice my hand on the fan either. Is that the R34? That'd be cool if that worked. But that robs horsepower. We get this thing running. If we get it running. If you guys are watching it, it's probably gonna be running. Or at least turned over. My luck? Probably not. Just more junk I bought. Yeah. Man. Those are tight. Alright, fancy. Let's just get a socket on there and try to twist it over by hand. Get those bolts out. I didn't bring a magnetic tray. Great. Can I guide it this way? Is that a Buick over there? Century? That is a cool looking car. It's a shame to see that thing sit. That'd be cool to get that thing running. Don't even repaint it. Don't even restore it. Just get it to run and drive. Put some clear coat on it, some matte, and just take it to a car show. You know, people think you gotta have thousands of dollars and a lot of money to have a nice... Stop, okay? Just knock it off, because you don't. I bought a $500 truck and put a $500 paint job on it and got it running and took it to a car show and met the love of my life in it. Man, how much? You got a mile long of thread on here? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a long bolt. All right, I found my tray. There's my tray. If we get it free, before we even turn the engine over, see if there's any meese in there. Probably is. I don't know if the carburetor is locked up. I doubt it. He said it sat for at least 10 years since he's had it. He used to go out, turn it over, or start it until, you know, when the guy gets older, it gets hard to go out and do it, so he just stopped doing it. I can't. Okay, all right. There we go. That's better. You just have to crawl in the engine bay. T-Rex arms here. I can't reach them. Did it spin off? It does spin off. Oh, ow! There goes my knuckles. Come on. I think it spins off. Look, make fun of me all you want, okay? I'm not a Ford guy. I'm going with the flow. I'm a Dodge and Chevy guy, but I'm not bashing on you Ford guys. You know what? It doesn't matter about what you drive. I don't think it was twisted out. Boop. I probably don't ever need that again. Probably run electric fans anyway. Can I get? Oh my gosh! How do I get this out? There we go. All right, here we got access to it. All right, there. I got the fan off. Got the fan shroud out of the way. Yeah, this thing has seen some better days. We don't need that AC. It's a nice luxury, but for what we're using it for, it's fine. That won't never do anything anymore. We'll have to put a new one on. My goal is to see if I can get the motor turned over. Now I just have to figure out what size that goes on the bolt for the crank, and then can we work it back and forth? That's my main goal. So let's pull the plugs now. Let's dump some ATF in it. Let it soak there for a second, and we'll get the right socket and ratchet and start working it back and forth. And hopefully, cross your fingers and your toes, we can get it to turn over. Nope. Other way. Oh, I got it to turn. Oh my God. Go the other way. I got to turn a little bit. Okay, all right, let's just stop there. Let's start putting ATF down the cylinders, which is what we should have done in the first place. I'm getting too excited. All right, let's just leave that there. Let's start pulling the plugs out. Let's start seeing what's in here. All right, so I got the right size for the spark plugs. I should have juiced on a lot of this really. Actually, I might shoot a little bit of penetrating fluid on every single plug. I mean, it ain't gonna hurt it none. Whatever gets down the cylinder, it should help lubricate it. I'm just worried about the dirt. It'd probably be fine. Let's blow it out. Soak it down. Fill them up. Oh, well, that'll probably be easy to tell which one goes where. I'm sure I could figure out the firing order later. Get all that out there. Boop. That was barely on there. Should have brought an air gun. I don't have one. Soaking. Get out of there. What are you doing? Probably do with these hinges. Part of me wants to just take the dang hood off, but it gives me shade. I like that. Oh, gotta make sure to get that leaf down there. You want that leaf down in there. Get in there. Clean that off a little bit. Oh, look at that. It's a cleaner too. Ford. What does that say on there? Vehicle emissions. 351 MB. Not sure what that means. Ford family. Engine family. Engine displacement. 6.6 liter. 400 CDI. Auto trans. Let's pop these ones out. Let's. Uh-oh. Does it work? Is it? Well, carb works. Hey, I think my luck's starting to turn. You're all hooked up to everything. All right. Yeah, flip it over. That's a great idea. Okay. Bat, get out of there. There we go. That's out of the way. Is that what's left of the battery tray? Moto Craft. Let's just get some stuff down the cylinder first. Actually, I'm curious to see what the plugs look like. It's a lot better than my Dodge 318 I had. I bought a Dakota, literally like just down the block, like 6 years ago. Same thing, sitting out in the field. Well, I asked the older feller about it, and he's like, yeah, here, Brown's transmission's out. I dumped ATF in it, and the worst drive home I have ever done. Little to no brakes, ran like crap. It sat for probably 6 years, but it drove. Not the greatest. Dry rotted tires. Yeah, mom and dad weren't too happy about it. Like, actually looks pretty good. Wow, that's decent. I got the first two plugs out. I need a smaller extension. All right, that's better. That is 1,002.3% million times better. So I guess Ford has families. I'm still learning. It's pretty cool. Because like Chevy has, you know, the 350 and 355 and then the 320, you know, they got engine stuff. Ford's got families. They name them. They have names. Oh, I dropped the spark plug. Well, I'll never see that again. Oh, no, not you too. Let's get the other side. Oh. Yeah, that ain't good. Great. No, I should just pull on the boot. I'm supposed to actually pull on the boot, but I couldn't really reach it. Pretend that never happened. Oh my gosh. Come on. A plug wire should never, there we go, be that hard to take off. I bet I'm gonna have a serious misfire if I ever do get it turned over and get it to run. That's so weird. It's opposite over here. Spark plugs, they got like a little tray, you know, so you can slide a socket down in there. Well, the furthest one closest to the firewall over there don't have it. And then the furthest one up here towards the radiator doesn't have one. That's odd. Where does this tube go to? That makes me nervous. I don't want to suck that up. That's fine. I was scrolling Facebook Marketplace and I found a 3051 with a C6 transmission. They said it ran and drove. It came out of a pickup truck. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy it. Instead, I took this hunk of junka. It's locked up. Why is it so far down in there? Anywho, I'm doing the thing that is probably the most challenging. I don't know if this will run. We get the free, great. Then we can maybe throw a battery on it and then disconnect the fuel line. Hook up my own little boat tank system, which by the way, I brought some 2-stroke fuel because I guarantee you we're gonna have a lot of valve trolling noises. And I hate using pure gasoline on an engine that hasn't ran for quite some time. What are the odds of that carburetor even being any good? I don't even know what kind of carburetor it is. There's one plug. When I bought it from the guy, he said that the guy he got it from had quite a bit of work done to it. And he did drive it, but he got too old and got a new car. Anyway, he dumped this thing off. He said it ran drove. He just didn't want it no more. This guy took it, never drove it. Come out and started every now and then, but you know, it got really hard for him to get out and do that. So he just quit doing it. And then here it's at. So I'm very confident and hoping I get the free. And then get to start. Okay, is that plug loose or what? What's going on? I can't get that plug out. Why is it not going? There she goes. Oh, that looks just dandy. So I bet that one might have the stuck cylinder. Hopefully we're lucky and it's just a little ridge and it should be able to break free. That's what I'm hoping for. No promises. And I have a rally tomorrow and we're not even ready. Try not to get the leaves in there. Oh, fill it up. Yep. I know it said ATF, but I'm kind of running low, so I'm trying to be careful about what I use on there. Get in there! Don't you run out on me. I was put some ATF down there. I couldn't get ATF fluid down on the front of this cylinder, the driver's side. I couldn't get a funnel in there or anything, and I don't want to just dump it. I'm limited on this, okay? Let's just dribble it in there. What are you doing here? I got my chicken next to me. How did you... Look at this, seriously. Guys, we have a serious chicken problem. Where do you... Go home. Go. And that is all of my ATF, and I still have one more cylinder to go. Make our own sauce, secret sauce. Put some of that in there. Mix it up. Mixing it up. One time we were going to our local bomb guards, and we get back out, and there's a chicken in the parking lot. It rode on the rear axle all the way to bomb guards. And you got 3 guys out there trying to chase a chicken around in the parking lot to get her to go back in the truck to take her back home. We have a serious chicken problem. There's ATF in there now. Let's try to see if we get the turnover, huh? The goal is to take it and work it back and forth. Back and forth. Like that. Okay, now back the other way. Back the other way. We're getting somewhere. Oh. I got to move. I got to move. There's that way. Then go back the other way. You just kind of work it back and forth a little bit more each time. I took the plugs out, so that should help. Noodle arms. Okay, I can move it back and forth a little bit. I'm trying to make a full revolution, but I don't want to just start jamming it one way and then I really bound it up. I don't want to do that. Just leave it where it's stuck. Let's put some more juice down it. I'm out of ATF, so we got that 45. That's all I got. I wonder which cylinder it may be, unless it's more than one. It moved though. I couldn't do that earlier. Uh-oh. I should have grabbed more. I can't get up that angle. Get that funnel down in there. Let's go ahead and soak up the other side now. Might have to let that sit for a little bit. Filling it up. How are the brakes, I wonder? Told the guy he could probably have the rear end if I ended up just with the whole car. I can't use it. I have no use for it. Just keep filling, just keep filling, just keep filling. How am I gonna get out? I can't. These are the 2 cylinders I cannot get. Master cylinder for the brakes in the way. Get on there! Bend that down. That's fine. You're not supposed to do that, but we did it. Alright. Yeah! About out. That's fine. Where's the cylinder hole at? Top. I can't see anything. They ain't running out. Let me know we're in it. Okay. I think that's it. Oh boy, there goes my straw. You know what? I think that's just for people that can't aim worth a crap. About to get in this thing, really. I heard that one from over there. Come over here. I think it's over there. I think it's just on the left side. I keep hearing it on the left side. I'm not hearing anything on the right. Oh, I'm just shooting ATF out. Now get a binder up now. This thing is really hard to turn over. Big motor. Just gotta keep working it back and forth. Got rolling up the sleeves. Did I stick a valve train? I don't know. I just figured I'd keep working it back and forth and maybe I'll get her. I thought about popping the valve covers off and taking a mallet, sitting there and tapping the mallet on the valves. All right. Scooching. Okay. Ah, it's a little bit better. Ah, that's so much better. It's gonna be one junkyard motor. I know a lot of you guys are like, why don't you just go buy a crate motor? It's expensive, okay? I'm not gonna put $5,000 on a crate motor because then we still have to do all the other doodads. I'm trying to do like a low buck budget-ish. Besides, that would make way too much sense. I think I'm gonna keep working this back and forth. I'm gonna let this stuff kind of sit there and soak in a little bit. I'll get with you guys here in a little bit. I got it. I didn't think I was gonna get it. I just let it sit for a little bit and we just keep turning it. I made a full revolution. I was turning it, I'm like, where's that ridge? And I just kept going. Oh my God, I think I got it. Oh my God, that's so cool. All right, we got the motor unstuck. This is all going too well. That's bad. Woo. Oh my God. Motor's free. Okay, what's the next thing? Let's disconnect the fuel line. That way I don't suck any junk into the carburetor. And maybe off of just some brake fluid. Usually I'll be using starting fluid, but I guess starting fluid's really harsh. Ether's really harsh. Brake fluid's a little more, you know, gentle. Let's put the spark plugs back in it. Let's clean them off, put them back in it. Let's see if I can fix that plug wire. Get a battery, hook it up, and holy shit, let's try it.
Good job.
I'm gonna take the old plugs and clean them off with some brake cleaner. And we're just gonna put these back in there. I don't know if this will work. I bet I'm gonna probably foul out the plugs because of the amount of juice I put down in the cylinder. But we got the turnover. That's unbelievable. That thing was pretty stuck. I couldn't turn it at all. And then I went from that to kind of being able to turn it. I said, whoa, hold on now. He put some stuff down in the cylinder. Yeah, the older gentleman that had it, he couldn't turn it at all. He said the motor's stuck solid. I got her. We're not out of the woods yet. That was goal accomplished. Achievement unlocked. I don't want to put any money in this thing unless I really absolutely have to. When I know it runs, until I know it runs, then we could start getting a little fancy with it and get like oil changes, plugs, wires, tune up, maybe rebuild the carb. I don't know. We might not have to. I don't know. I'm definitely going to go through it because what we're wanting to do to it, use it for, definitely going to want to probably put some new gaskets and seals in it here and there. I don't know a lot about the Ford motors. I don't know the pros and cons of them. So if you guys can let me know in the comments about these Ford 400, really appreciate it. All right, I don't know how many foot-pounds of torque. We're just gonna put a sleeve on it and say, you know, use the R meter and go ahead and measure on it. Click. Okay, that's pretty good. Next one. Click. There we go. Click. Where did this wind come from? What are you doing? I swear to God, Nebraska, it'll be 30 degrees in the morning, beautiful, sunny, and then next thing you know, there's a nader out there in the cornfield. Welcome to Nebraska. Dress accordingly. This one goes here. Come on, click on there. I don't know if they're even on there. I'm just kind of stupid things. Okay, yeah, that's on. Second one. Literally cylinder 3. This is 8. This is the one I pulled the rubber boot off of. I don't know. It's fine. Well, if we get a misfire, we probably know where it's from. There we go. Click. All right. Thank you, lovely. Sure. That's good-ish. Alright, rebuilding. See, rebuilt. Saved myself here 20 bucks. This is the less worse or gooder side. It's a Ford, it'll run. Even if it ticks and clanks and bangs, it still goes. You know, my dad did a demolition derby back in the 90s and they ran a couple Ford. Not saying they're bad, but they get really hot. He said he had the headers cherry red hot, but that mother trucker would not quit. You get in there, go! All right, let's go see if we can find a decent, not bad battery. We need to get a jump pack too, probably. Oh, I'm back. Click, good. Click, we're good. Torque to feel it, you know, torque to feel. And a little bit more. Yep, right there. Those are all in. Cylinder number 7. Spark. Never heard of that brand. I think the last time this thing moved, disconnect this fuel line. I don't want to suck up any junk from the tank. Get on there, please. I'm asking nicely. I'm trying to help you. Okay, maybe we'll have 2 cylinders misfiring. If I can't get it on the plug. Oh, it'd help if you put it on the spark plug. Nope, it's still ain't going. I cannot get this dang thing to get on there, and I don't know why. I can't get it on. Ow. Here we go. Okay. Yeah. All right, next up, I think what we're gonna do is maybe disconnect whatever's left of that fuel line there, make a fuel tank-ish, and hook up a battery, see what happens. I'm really hoping I don't suck up any junk in the carb. I grabbed the spare fuel tank off of my motorbike. So I'm gonna take that fuel tank, make a quick line, we're gonna disconnect it, snip that on there, and I have 2-stroke fuel. Again, 2-stroke. Probably not enough to run it. So I'm gonna probably use a little bit of brake cleaner, carb cleaner in there. Probably carb cleaner. I gotta stop talking. I ain't got all day. I'm gonna see if I can get a hose clamp or a zip tie, put something on there, and I could probably somehow snip this on down there and then maybe zip tie this to the fender well. Or something. Let me find a hose clamp. Anything around here I can use to help snip that on. I did not come totally prepared. Let's twist on the hose and pull back as we're twisting like a radiator hose. That is a really hard line. Come on, it's going. There we go. Woo! All right, that's off. Let's put this over here. That may not work. I don't know. We're gonna just try it. Too small of hose probably. Oh, no, it goes right on there. Look at that. We probably don't even need a clamp. It's so freaking snug. Okay, we have some sort of a fuel set up here. Probably not a good one. It'll work. Let's just see if we get it to turn over now by a battery. So let's hook up a battery. Now, there is no battery tray. I don't know which one's positive and negative. I assume this one's negative, maybe. And like I said, I think this one's positive. Nope, wait a minute. Let me follow that wire. That goes with the block, so that's a ground. This is a positive. Yep. This positive, because even this one goes down. I think also to the block, or to the starter. I don't know what that goes to, but this is all falling apart. Yeah. It doesn't help when they're both black, okay? Is there a plus sign or something on one? 4-gauge, battery cable. That's gotta be positive. I don't see why it wouldn't be. All right, and, okay, all right, okay, that's good, but it's also bad. Let's see if we got power. Oh, no. Let it air out. Oh, you were just turning earlier and now you won't? Let me go ask the guy, see if he got a key. The guy had it ready to go in his pocket. Can I start over? I'm gonna use some brake cleaner. All right, let's just see if we can get it to. All right, we got the dang thing to turn over. Let's just see what that does. Come on. All right, you know what? Before we get too far, probably need to check for spark. Let me put fuel on that cam. Maybe it's just not picking up fuel. I think what I want to do is actually check for spark first before we start doing anything else. I'm gonna pull this coil wire, I think. Pull this one out. I'll pop the cap off later and see. Oh, I broke that one. That's fine. There we go. All right. All right. Don't put your arm on the pulley. That's note to self. All right, do it again. All right. So we don't have spark. there's our first problem. So I'm gonna pop the cap off. Let's clean the points real quick and then see if we can get it sparked that way. Ooh, ouch, that is hot. Woo! All right, pop that one off. There you are, that one off. Pop the cap off. It actually looks pretty clean. Let's pull the coil off. I know I can do that one. That actually looks really clean. You gotta pop it off? Well, I got the spin over, that's good.
Oh, you did?
Yep, she turns over. Now I just gotta figure out if I got spark or not, so I'm gonna check and clean the points.
Last time I tried to start it, I couldn't see it. It didn't seem to want to
Fire?
fire at all. I checked this, pulled the spark plug. I think I had spark at the spark plug, but
Did you?
it still wouldn't do nothing.
Yeah, I ain't getting nothing. I pulled coil wire and I put it up here and see if I could spark. Yeah, you got nothing. So I have to figure if I pop the cap off, but I don't know how that works. I don't know if you can pull this off, but I can't pull it off. This is a different distributor. I've never seen one like this. I'm not a Ford guy, so.
Oh, well, I'm not either.
But I can feel it move. I can't hear it click or anything.
Connections are all, none of them are burnt, don't look like.
No, and it actually looks pretty clean. I was looking at it too, like I thought it'd be all corrosion or anything, but I'm not terrible. It's got some wear, but it's not bad. Part of my ignition is in here, I know that.
And over there.
And over there. That makes me nervous.
That could be sticking or something.
Could be. Here we go, here's one. We're getting somewhere now. Don't want to disconnect any of these wires because I will not remember which one goes where. There we go. All right. Ta-da! No way to clean the points. I'm trying to look for like points or something. Anywhere where I think it would make contact. Brake cleaner? Thank you, sir. Okay. Rebuilding. Rebuild. Okay, so that goes like that. Put that back. I don't know what else to do here. How to do spark. Can't find really points. It's not as... I don't know anything about these 400s. Like I said, I have an idea. Enough to probably be around this stuff, but not enough to probably own one. I mean, I don't know. I guess we could try to put some fuel down it. Maybe there is spark. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Ford 400, no spark. This is how I fix all my cars. Yeah, I can't pull mine out. It won't come out. He says just pull it off. That was really hard to pull off. Pulling on it won't come off. I'm gonna put it right there. That way we can lose it. God damn.
There we go. We got our sensor attached with a screw.
Did you just change accents?
Yep.
There. Attach that in the same spot it was, and you just got.
I guess I'm gonna try it now. Let's just see. Let me dump some fuel down and see what happens. Guess we could probably just zip it around that line here. That should not work. That's not gonna work. It's fine. Drink up, little buddy. You're gonna need it. Yep. Just leaking. You know what? That's fine. It kills the weeds. Okay. Why are you not getting spark? We got to turn over. That's good. Who can I call that knows something about Fords?
Ricky.
Yep. Hey Siri, call Ricky.
Call in Ricky. Camera.
Yeah, I need help. This thing doesn't have points, so I can't really clean them, and I ain't got no spark.
You have got no spark?
Got no spark. I got the turnover. I got the motor unstuck. That's a plus.
Points are going to be under the rotor cap.
Yeah, which I checked it. There's no points.
You got power to the coil. You take a test light, you ground the test light, then you find the coil and you go to the positive side. You turn the key on and you check for power to the coil. And then from power to the coil, then you check underneath the rotor cap, okay, not the distributor cap, the rotor cap, and make sure that there ain't points in there. If there's points in there, they gotta be clean, they gotta be...
Yeah, I soaked it down with brake cleaner. Anywhere that looked corrosion-ish, I took some sandpaper, it cleaned it.
If it's a Ford, which it is, you can also have Duraspark, and that deemed to be a terrible fucking design.
That is what's on here is Duraspark.
Is it Duraspark? It's got the little box over on the fender, or
yep,
on the firewall, or wherever they put it inside, depending on the...
Yep, it's a Duraspark. It's got a silver box on the driver's side.
So there's nothing in there but like a little box or a little igniter. It's electronic.
Send
me a picture.
Alright, bye.
Oh damn, that's a nice XJ.
Clearly doesn't have points. It's a Duraspark, so whatever that means. Did get through. That's good. I ain't getting nothing done sitting here looking at it. So just learned this doesn't have points like what I'm used to. This is what they call DuraSpark. So I'm gonna do some research quick off of camera and I'll come back to you guys in a little bit because I don't know anything about DuraSpark or what it is or how it works. So I gotta take a little bit of a history lesson. Well, I hope it's the right one. I went out and picked up an ignition control module. I figured I'd start there with having no spark. So I got the cheapest one I can get, but here's the problem. The wiring isn't exactly the same, but if it goes to a 77 and this is a new old, you know, it's new. So they probably redid some things differently. I'm sure it'll work. I mean, if the prongs are the same, just pop this guy off, figure out which one goes where. Now, where'd my screwdriver get? Oh, pull that up out of the way. Ow. Come on, get. I broke the clip. Well, that's just great. Well, that ain't supposed to rip out. That's out. This is ripped out. Well, hopefully that wasn't important. I don't know what it is, but I broke it. Oh, hey, there's a third one. So the new one has these two.
Oh, you got another one?
I went out, found one. This one goes there. This had a black wire, brown and black. That plugged into there. Well, it's brittle, so it broke. Go figure. Yeah, actually it wasn't bad. It was like 40 bucks for a brand new one. Those are unplugged. So red, white. So then what would this be for then? If this new one doesn't have it, so that must be like an auxiliary. Let's go ahead and snip the new one here in real quick. Boop. Yep. 10 points. I should probably put some juice on her before I even start cranking on some bolts. Otherwise, I'll snap them all off. And I don't want that. Where'd I do my wrench? There you are. It's where you set it down and then you misplace it like 5 seconds later.
Yeah, I got that trouble too.
Ah. God, you got 1,000,000 miles of thread? All in my hand. Not on the ground. There we go. I really appreciate you letting us work on it here before
I'll just be glad to get it
out of here.
Out of here and somebody can make use of the motor.
Hey, this looks important.
I got a mower that won't run. I don't know what MTD Tecumseh motor on it.
So single cylinder, or is it a V-twin, or?
Single cylinder.
Is it that red riding mower?
Yeah.
What do you want out of that thing?
No, I want to mow with it as well.
Oh.
I got to get it running so I can mow with it.
I know that one's red.
You've got more than one choice there, huh?
I know, it gives you all kinds of flavors. That one goes there, and I thought I flopped another one out of the way. It has to be, because I had the broken piece, wherever that went. It was green, green, black, black, purple, orange. Let's hook up the battery and put some lightning to it, see what happens.
It wants to run.
Almost. Let's give it a little bit of fuel. Holy cow, I think I might have figured out the spark issue. I'm getting a tickle down to my spine. Alright, let's just... way too much. Perfect. Okay, alright, come on. Come on, buddy. Alright, let's try this again. Okay, come on. You're almost there. Alright, come on. Time. Alright, let's see if we're getting fuel. She's trying.
Is there a fuel filter? Well, let's see, the fuel filter would be...
Well, so I already popped off the fuel line. I put some 2-stroke in there because I want some oil going a little bit to the head, to the valves. But she's going. All right, we figured out our spark issue. So that goes there. So I wonder if we're not getting enough fuel. We got a hood light. Look at that.
Yeah, we're
I
gonna
know, my luck's starting to turn.
run, but it ain't getting gas like it should.
No, it ain't. Let's put a little bit of fuel down it instead. A tap on the float bowl. Make sure that float ain't sticking. There we go. Way too much. Perfect.
Sticky float, that's what the old guys used to do.
Yep, just tap on the float. Hey, cross your fingers, cross your toes. Yeah, she rides. That's a success. Woo! Man, I got blowing cobwebs out. That's good. Okay, we got the old good run. I'll take it. That's a win. So, luckily I figured out the spark issue. Now, can a guy get it to run for more than 5 seconds? I wonder if that fuel pump's actually pumpulating or not. I wonder, can a guy unhook it there and run his hose there instead? But then it needs to be gravity fed, so I'd have to dangle this up on the hood somehow. Carburetor tuning tool. She's trying. I give it that. It kind of trying to run, but it just can't get to idle. I don't want to sit there and burn up the starter. Alright, we're not getting fuel, so I gotta try something different. Disconnect all of that, put a fuel line there, hook it up. I'll take that clamp off, put it on there so I don't get a fire. I assumed with the spark issue was the control module, and I was pretty correct. But wow, it did fire. There's that. Pull that up. Weave that through here. Let your significant other hold the fuel line. That way she gets poured all over the gas line. Thank you. Take this hose clamp and put that on there. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's leaking. That's fine. Hurry up, tighten it. Oh boy, fuck, this is not going as planned. Let's just make sure that we really make sure we let that dry up before we even try starting this dang thing. I'm losing fuel everywhere. I have to go get some more. Okay, there we go. Still made a mess. Well, how is that leaking? Probably not the correct fuel line, but it's what I got. Is that leaking out of there too? Are you kidding me? Thank you. I might need that. This is a lot easier working on older cars than it is newer cars, because newer cars, you get all the stupid wiring crap, and who wants to deal with that anymore?
And computers.
Computers. You guys will never know unless you try. You gotta try. You gotta go out there. You gotta start turning wrenches. You gotta learn. I would have never guessed on how to get this thing going if I didn't try it. And I'm probably a lot of two-stroke fuel. Probably gonna rub some more, or maybe we'll mix up some before, so we kind of dilute it a little bit. Let's zip strip this thing up like that somewhere. Yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't work. Who knows how much junk's even in the carb? I think it's be so much garbage I might have sucked up. It could be a number of things. But we're gonna get a lot of gas in that oil. Now thinking about it. Doesn't smell gassy, but I guarantee that I am, because there was not that much in there. Part of me wants to pop all this apart, but I don't want to mess with that. Temperamental freaking thing. Do you want to try starting it? Let me mess with it out here.
Yeah.
All right. Why won't you run? All right, let's Are we not sparking? Gotta be. I don't want to do it there because I'm leaking gas. Go ahead and do it. We're definitely getting spark like a mother out of the coil. Don't like how much gas we're dumping down the crank. Hey, whatever you did, the headlights work. Yeah, because they're down now. You open them up? No. I really don't like keep doing this because I feel like I'm just going to keep dumping fuel down the crank, and I really don't want to do that. We got the spin over. Got it to kind of fire off a little bit. Just get it to idle. That's what I'm trying to do. So I can just get it to idle. Trying anything, you know? Alright, go ahead. hard to keep that thing held open. It's backfiring like a motherfucker off the carb. It needs a carb rebuild. It ran that's probably the longest I had it going there. I'm gonna have her do it again. I'm gonna, once I get it kind of running, let go, and I'm gonna try to take it from there up here. I don't think it's getting fuel. Why would it backfire? Hey Siri, call Ricky.
Does it run?
Yeah, kind of. Backfiring out of the carb like a mother trucker.
So you got spark.
Oh yeah, I guess it got spark. Kind of get the run, but I can't get it to idle. And I got it gravity fed to the carburetor, and I'm trying it that way, but I don't think it's quite getting fuel because I put carb cleaner down it.
You might have some crap in it yet.
I know, I might have to take the carb off, and I really hate to do it. And I have no shut off, so I feel like I'm just dumping fuel down into the crank.
No, there's a shut off in the carb. What you want to do is you want to pull your line off your carb and make sure it's pumping fuel. It's got to have a certain amount of pressure, otherwise it won't.
So I can't run gravity fed, huh?
To an extent you can, but can't. It needs pressure to feed them cylinders. What I would do is I would try getting your boat tank to the mechanical pump. Then your mechanical pump will regulate itself and fuel the carburetor correctly.
I got some videos of it kind of...
I made a fuel can that's on the back of my Jeep, but you gotta unplug it. It does essentially the same thing as a boat tank.
Right, so much
It
varnish.
won't idle because the carb probably needs cleaned.
Probably.
You're not getting gas when you sit there and run.
No, I know.
You spray it all day with carb cleaner.
I don't want to do that. Let's go get some more fuel, I guess. Let's re-hook up the old lines. Okay, I might have a better fuel source because I think I might have a fuel problem. We already ran out of fuel. That's all that fuel that probably went in the crankcase here. I really don't want to run this thing long. Don't let anybody get you down. Push through it. You got to drain, chase it. The only limitation is you. And maybe your wallet. Let's try to hook it up to the factory fuel tank. I have fuel in there. I know I said to try to run some two-stroke a little bit, get some down in there. I didn't hear any really valve train, so that makes me kind of happy. Makes me feel a little bit better. You know, I used to grow up looking around cars not knowing what to look at or what's what. Now here I am doing it. All right, let's get that. Get out of there. Oh, well that seemed too easy. Wiggle, wiggle. Just keep turning, just keep turning. I can't believe I even found a hose clamp. Any hose clamp, I never have these. These are so nice. See, that does, right? That looks like it's about to come off. This come out of my brother's Jeep. That's, it's fine. Let's try this again. Watch the forearm this time. You're not going? No, like my fuel pump's pumpulating. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, all right. Woo, all right, that's probably the best I had it running in a while. It's picking up fuel, but why is it not getting in there? All right, that's probably the first time we had it kind of really cooking. Any fires? Oh, yeah, see there's fuel coming out of there now. Now we're leaking fuel. All right, go ahead and try it again. Go ahead. Alright, I'm leaking fuel. Alright, there we go. I'm trying not to get fuel down on the engine, so I can shoot carb cleaner on there all day and it'll run. The fuel pump is pumping, but why is it not going up there? Let's check to see if the fuel pump's actually pumping. I'm gonna take this off here and see if we get fuel coming out of the fuel line. Yep, we're getting fuel. We are definitely getting fuel. It's getting fuel, so it's getting sparked. Probably sucking up something in the carburetor. I'm trying not to blow it up. Oh my goodness, I hate sitting here having to wrap the piss out of it. I did get it to go. I don't know what that. I'm like, uh-oh. So I figured I'd just shut her down. Shut her down. Okay, that was bone dry. That's what that winding was. Should have knew better than that. So I went ahead and put the incorrect stuff in it. Put some 5W20 motor oil. That's fine. It should be okay. It's not power steering fluid, but you know what, whatever. Let's fire it up one more time to see if I can get it to actually kind of idle a little bit on its own. If I get it to idle a little bit, we'll make it run just a little bit better. Keep trying it, work it out. The butt end is up off the ground, so maybe I'll put it in gear if I get it to idle. I'm not trying to rev it up, but can't get it to idle, so. What happened? Barely got my foot on. Okay, literally. You are so temperamental. I don't like you, but I love you. Oh, come on. Dead battery. I'll take it. We need to put a jump pack on the battery, and we need to take this battery and put it on the charger. Let's go ahead and go do that. I'm losing daylight. I'm at the point where I'm okay with just running this thing down the road on flat. Is this sinking in the ground? It is. I don't like sticking my hands under there. Might use that later. I thought that was half a log. Easy. We're gonna put the flattest tires we can on here. Crank it up, jam the hood shut, jam it in gear, and just floor it. Get the hell out of here. I got no brakes, I bet. So I can't stop, and I hope I don't run into that fence. Yeah, now thinking about it, I might want power steering. Is your frame supposed to be cracking? She's a little buried. I'm gonna give it a little bit of help. Give it a little tug and see if we can get it to drive out of here. Now I know most people are like, why don't you just pull it home? That's not the goal. The goal is to drive it out of here, okay? What we're trying to do is make a big old knot that we can't get back out. That's what we're trying to do. Whatever knot we got, we're gonna take this knot, we're gonna follow back through it, follow that, back through here. Come on, steel fingers. Pull it, pull it. Oh, yeah. Okay, that should work. That car's probably heavier than my truck. What? Shoot! What the hell? I knew you're. Oh yeah, this is some part. This just shows you how tired I am. Burnouts, aren't I? It died. It ran, it drove, it actually, I got on it a little bit and it actually wanted to move. So this thing's got some balls. I wanted to try to make it to the trees. I just didn't quite get right there. Figured that'd probably be the best spot for it. I can't put it out back. There's no traction. I'm gonna try to see if I can get it to scoot forward. So fire's right up. Doesn't want to idle still. Oh, come on. Oh, you did so good. Jam it in gear. That is a win. That is a win.
Bye-bye.
Okay, guys, so there you have it. 1977 Ford Mercury Marquis. It runs. It drives barely. It barely runs, but it ran. It drove from its grave here in about 10 plus years. I'll take it. All right. Oh, they don't get better than this, y'all. Let's go get the truck. So there you guys have it. We went ahead and rescued on the 77 Ford Mercury. The plan is with the car is, can we get it to run a little bit better? Get a carburetor rebuild kit for it. Figure out the misfire, because I could feel the misfire in it. Get it to run decent, and then pull the motor and tranny out of it. Take that, put it in the 16 car. Take the title for the 16 car, like the VIN number, all the important legal stuff we're gonna need to make it street legal. We're gonna take the wiring, all the turn signals, the VIN number, everything we can out of the car, and put it in the 16 car. So right now, we're battling rear tires, so I apologize the inconvenience there with the gapping of timing. So anyway, stay tuned for the street legal project. There's a lot more to come. If you like videos like this, please like, and please hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a tremendous amount. As of right now, I went ahead and hooked up the trailer. I brought the cat car. That's loaded up. We have a rally tomorrow, so we are cutting this really late. I will see you guys in the next one.